Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe give us a little bit of information about how you guys came together. I know a couple of you are from Halifax and moved to Montreal, but maybe you guys could illuminate the story of how you met and found this common musical ground.
Me and Woody met in Halifax on the bleachers of Goresbrook Junior High. We didn't like each other when we first met. It took us a while to like each other. We still don't really like each other. And then we met Nick at Concordia. I met Nick. We were doing, we were in music school together. We were writing really weird music, and then slowly we turned into a rock band. I can feel the planets at I can feel them moving.
What was the weird music you guys were writing?
I don't really know. It was like, we were in music school, so it was kind of like experimental, trying to do new things that had never been done before, but just don't sound very good.
Did any of the Plants Animals songs come out of what you did at music school?
It's pretty different.
Pretty different.
Nothing
Well,
to
maybe,
do.
7 or 8 steps removed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you would have brought one of your songs to winning professors, would they be like,
One of our current songs?
Yeah, we'd fail.
I don't know, it's hard to fail at.
It depends on how well.
University with Buddenberg, you would have to cuss out at the room.
Yeah, we have parallel fifths all over the place.
in a setting like this, when you guys have to strip down and play acoustically, how do you find that? Do you guys have to rework the songs, or is it pretty straightforward?
We strip down all the time. Whenever we're together, we strip down and play acoustically.
Good. Yeah. Every time you read an interview with you guys, or press kits, everyone's got a different way to categorize your music or label it. What label would you guys put on it?
I call it post-classic rock. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been calling it rock music just so we don't have to worry about it, And people don't like that term anymore, though. Nobody says rock music.
Right.
Oh, they laugh each time I say we play rock music. They think it's a joke, but
it sort of conjures up Bon Jovi, and it sort of sounds like
Really?
that. I think of Bon Jovi when I think of the rock.
Really?
Are you serious?
Affectionately.
Yeah. What about rock and roll?
Then I think of Chuck Berry. Yeah.
Montreal, the scene to us is just there's just music. Like all of our friends play music in our own different bands, and I don't know. People talk about the Montreal music scene, but they're not talking about what I'm talking about. They're talking about something they hear about in the media about all these bands and other names. But the Montreal music scene for me and for us is just more about like we have our own scene with people we hang out with and bands that we play music with and whatnot.
I think when people talk about the Montreal scene, like you said, they're talking about bands that are touring, outside of the city internationally, and so that's almost a different category than the bands that who are working jobs and playing the same clubs around Montreal and sort of developing and playing with each other and working on things. And when the Arcade Fire were breaking big, we were in Montreal playing at the Casa once a month, and hanging out with other bands who are now sort of traveling around too in the same way. And now we're playing in Montreal once every few months, and there's all kinds of bands there playing pretty regularly and coming up that way. So
that's why.
And there's kind of generations and generations within 2-year span, and there doesn't seem to be any end to it, which is really cool.